Hello and welcome to another dose of spiritual clarity. So we're here today on the first day here in Nova Scotia, where we've got some snow outside. I'm going to see if you can see this through the window. No, not really. It's not that much snow, but it's the first snow of the year, so it's kind of exciting. Today I want to talk about what really gets in the way. What's the real reason why healers, if you're a healer, you may not have the practice that you want in terms of the number of clients that you want, or the amount of time off that you want, or the expansion that you want and making the money that you want. So I've noticed in working with dozens and dozens, probably over 100 healers now, in private sessions, both in the free sessions that I offer as an intro session and the private session work that I do with clients, that there's really only 6 key areas that are screwing healers up. And in that, there's only really 3 or 4 that are the biggies. And I think there might be more that I'll discover as I go and as I dive deeper into this work. I don't think that is ever done. But I didn't want to wait until I had it, all figured out before I made these videos and before I got this material out there for you, because I think even what I've discovered so far is going to be immensely valuable. So although we as healers, life coaches, osteopaths, energy workers, yoga teachers, although we're really good at helping our clients to see below the surface as to what's really going on, sometimes we don't do that so well for ourselves. It's a little bit like if you're trying to start a car and the gas tank isn't full, there's no gas in the gas tank. You could have a really hard time trying to figure that out if you think the problem's really with the key, or the problems with the ignition, or the problems with the tires, or the problems with the whatever, but really you just don't have any gas in the tank. Or it could be any number of things wrong with the car and you just don't really know what it is. Sometimes it takes someone looking from the outside to ask you those questions and see where is it that you're not looking, that if you would look there would really make a difference. So one of the areas that I found that is messing up practically every single healer that I've worked with is safety. So we want to expand our healing practice in the world. We want to get more clients. We want to make more money. We want to become more visible online. Yet, we have this fear that it's not going to be safe, that if we get more clients, something really bad will happen. If we become more visible online, something really bad will happen. And what I've found out is that almost every healer that's dealing with this issue of safety, this fear for their safety, it's really coming from a past life. I know that sounds crazy if you've never heard about past life stuff, but stay with me, see if this rings true for you. I found that almost every healer that is a healer in this life, and again, life coach, yoga teacher, osteopath, or energy worker, has been a healer in a past life. And in that past life, because it wasn't the time that we live in now, they were probably killed, or at least severely maimed or injured or outcast from society. And so they carry that with them. And there's that fear that they have now in this life, that because they were persecuted in a past life, it's going to happen again in this life. And that's why there's so many healers. I worked with a woman just the other day, and we started the call by her saying, I don't know why I have this fear of being annihilated, this fear of annihilation, this fear of dying. And I can't explain it. I have no reason. There's nothing that's happened in my life to explain this deep fear. And we looked at it energetically, and it was in a past life. She had something happen in a past life that had this fear be really real and present for her in this life. So when we cleared that, she felt lighter, she felt better, she was excited to work with me more deeply, and that was from a free session, that she wanted to work more deeply because we really addressed that. So as we really address these so for you as a healer, when you figure out the core issues that your ideal client is really working with, and now I'm going into business advice, when you figure out these core issues that they're dealing with, and you can articulate those, you're going to book more clients. So if you're a healer watching this, add that little bit of business advice into this, video on the energy behind what's really going on in your business not working out the way you'd like it to. So once we address safety, we can really move forward. So how do you do that? Well, one way is you can work with a healer that can look and see, is it a past life? Is it this life? What's the belief that's going on? Or you can do the work on your own. Now, it's kind of like a massage. Sometimes, I can massage my shoulders, I can massage my arms, can't really massage my lower back. I kind of need someone else to do that. So it's for you to know, is it your shoulder? Can you massage it yourself? Or is it your lower back and you need to work with someone else? But to give you some places to start with, use these tools. So all the ways that you are creating a reality that is unsafe in order to keep yourself limited and stuck. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? Whew. And you would say, but why would I'm not creating this reality. Well, in my work and with the work that I do with clients and with healers, that's the premise that we start on, is that we've created our reality. So anything that we're experiencing is because we've created it. So if that doesn't work for you, stop watching this video now. We shouldn't watch any more of my stuff because that's really the foundation that I work from, is if you have something in your life, you have a belief about it. And when you clear that belief, you can start to move through it. Whew, some resistance on that. Okay, next tool that you can use. And you've heard me use this many times before. When that fear comes up, when that fear for your safety comes up, just check in. Does it belong to you or does it belong to someone else? And you can find that out by asking the question, who does this belong to? And if you ask that question and you feel even just a little bit lighter, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to someone else. And so you can say, I now return that to sender with love and consciousness attached. So those are some tools that you can use to start moving through this issue of safety, and even just recognizing that you're not writing that blog post, you're not recording that video, you're not taking that next action, not because you're procrastinating, not because you're a bad business person, not because you're unorganized, disorganized. It's because you've got this fear issue that's coming up, this fear for your safety. So once you deal with that, then you'll find everything else just works out much more easily. And I have there's so much more to tell you about this, and there's so much more about the other 5 kind of core areas. There's an analogy I have called the healer's house. And so, stay tuned for all that upcoming content, because it's going to give you way more information about how you can move through this, how you can go from having a part-time healing practice to a full-time healing practice, or if you're already in a full-time healing practice, how to expand out globally and how to expand into the world without all that resistance, without all that drama, without all that upset and things falling apart. So thank you so much for being here. And make sure that if you're listening to this and any of this has rung true for you, or you like the kind of content that is here, make sure you check out the Happy Healing Community. It's the healers community that I created for healers that are either part-time or full-time, and they want to go from part-time to full-time, or from full-time and expand out in the world, to move through all these issues in a community all together. And the coolest thing is that it's a pay what you will community. So that means you can decide what amount works best for you. So check out the link below. I'll figure out technologically how to have that below or maybe on this video, and you can click it and read more information about that. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.